When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. The Blue Devils will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Stanford's offense will go on the attack first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will have its first possession of the game. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the...
There he goes! Tripped up for the tackle. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the 1st down. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front to get on those defensive linemen to try to move.
Oh, he's got some space. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. And the Blue Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that 1st quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Let's go. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
A strike downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it on the move. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the...
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. They're going to to mark him just inches short of getting that first down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on 4th down. Punt is on its way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. On the move, it's Moncrief. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
He's got him. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Duke. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
14, Stanford, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's done. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route. Instead, they're facing a 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Gets away from one. He's got space. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before going for it all. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
Oh, they're after him. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Going to the run to start this second half. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Cobb. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking for space. It's Moncrief. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Blue Devils are on the move. On the ground, it's Moncrief. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds his man down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a hit. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. That defensive lineman just smelled pass on that play, and he got in the backfield and sacked the quarterback.
And that's why they get paid the big bucks. Defensive linemen, they got to play the run, be physical. But, man, when you can get a...
Breaks into the open. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Great place to start for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's complete to the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route with the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
21, Stanford, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Now the play fake. Gets it out fast. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull. Turning it on! They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Duke. Excellent pass by the back on the option. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Finds his big tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has enough.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Got it in the middle, it's Addison. They'll get the first down, it's spotted on the 49. This drive's been productive so far, already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense,